Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my home. Now that's something I've always wanted to say in a video, and if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. So this is my home. Yes, this is where I film all of my review videos. All of my hair tutorials are done in salon normally, but if I do a review video of hair or beauty products, it's here in this very home, my very home. Normally we have a backdrop, a coloured backdrop, but I thought I would mix things up a little bit and just film as my home is day to day. The only difference being is that Sarah's not here with me day to day, but she's here today because I'm going to share with you guys one of my favourite waves that I use day in, day out in salon and on session work, session jobs, and that's a push wave. Something that's really super easy to do and very classical, but with a kind of modern twist. So without further ado, let's get into an easy peasy push wave. So let's start with a close-up of how I operate my Marcel iron. You can see here my first two fingers are controlling the arm of the iron, whilst my other two fingers are creating balance and control. So if you haven't used a Marcel tong before, it may take you a little bit of practice to perfect the technique, but once you have, you will find it an invaluable way of creating waves, something that's a bit different, but really based on the classics. Now, it can be tricky to find a Marcel iron in the UK, but it's definitely worth getting one and adding it to your kit. Obviously, this clip is speeded up here, but in the next clip, I'm going to take you through step by step how to use the iron. Let's get into the technique in real time. So I'm holding my iron with the arm facing the floor. I slide the iron into the section of hair, and then I gently crimp and apply pressure to the section. You want to keep the arm of the iron moving constantly so you don't create a dent. Once you've created the crest of your wave, you pull the iron out, flip it over, and then go back in to the dip of the wave. And it really is a case of joining up those sections as you move down the hair shaft to create a push wave. It's as simple as that. Once the hair is heated up and you've created that memory, if you like, you slide the iron out, flip it over, and then go back into the hair to create the next wave. It's like a jigsaw piece, really. But what you're doing is creating crests, peaks, if you like, and dips of waves and joining up as you go. When I'm using this technique, generally I like to take a section that's the same depth as the diameter of the iron that I'm using. In this case, my tong is 2.5 centimeters in diameter, which is around an inch in old money. Therefore, my section is an inch deep. This ensures not only that I get a very crisp wave, but I get a finished style that will really last and hold. Styling products play a huge part when I'm creating any look, especially waves. And here I started off with Virtue's Volumising Primer as a base for extra hold, and then I used Redken's Fashion Work hairspray throughout. With the back sections completed, it's now time to work on the front. I've gone in again with the arm of my tong facing the floor, gently crimping to create that crest of the wave, then flipping it over and working back and forwards down the length of the section. Once the two sections on each side are finished, it's time to take the rest of the hair down and separate each side into two sections. Taking one half of that top section, and it will be quite a big section, it's what makes it a really simple technique. I'm taking the Marcel iron and keeping the arm open wrapping the hair away from the face under tension, as you can see there, to create a standard traditional wave. Then starting about an inch down from that wave, I go back in to create a push wave, and then I join the push waves up as I work down the length of the section. Now, I know it might seem that there's a lot of information to take in this video, but there really isn't. All it is a really super simple technique. It's about creating a crest of a wave and then the dip of the wave, about working back and forwards in a pattern to create a push wave. Once you've mastered the actual technique, you can run with it and make it your own, and there really is no wrong or right. Once I've broken up the cooled down waves, I go back in with my tong to pull everything together. Then I use a little 6-in-1 styler from Virtue for extra texture, definition and shine. Finishing everything off with my favourite hairspray, which is Fashion Work by Redken. So that's it for my easy peasy push wave step-by-step tutorial. It's such a fun technique to master, and once you've got the hang of it, it's really easy to create modern texture that always has a slight nod towards the 70s and disco, which I'm always going to be into. Sarah's still not cracking a smile, but it's cool, she's a dolly. Thank you so much for coming along and checking this video out. If you enjoyed it, then please give it a like, because that lets me know that you want to see more content like this here on my channel. This is a slightly different new content for me. So if you did enjoy it, please give it a like. Make sure that you're subscribed to my channel and hit the bell notification. That means that you'll see anything that I post here on YouTube. And of course, you could check out my day-to-day doings with hair by going to my Instagram, which I will link down below and is probably popping up on the screen. That's it for now. You guys take care, and I'll see you all again really soon.